show keeps spinning. The secrets Vegas keeps. Let the Raiders roll. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Raider Show, always on a roll. The city like splash me, right with the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. With the scoop, make it fast. To facts tight, gotta make this moment last. We bringing go, half strip like in the cannon with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah, we're Lunatik Raider. Always on the road. On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, penny bitches so right. With a brand new secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your woman that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The voice you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah, keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Raider Show, always on a roll. Skylights in the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps. Yeah, the Raider Show keeps spinning. The secrets Vegas keeps. Let the Raiders roll. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Raider Show, always on a roll. The city like splash me, right with the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. With the scoop, make it fast. To facts tight, gotta make this moment last. We bringing go, half strip like in the cannon with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah, we're Lunatik Raider. Always on the road. On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, penny bitches so right. With a brand new secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your woman that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The voice you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah, keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Raider Show, always on a roll. Skylights in the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps. Yeah, the Raider Show keeps spinning. The secrets Vegas keeps. Let the Raiders roll. Let the truth unfold.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
They're here. Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise. This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What it is, Raider Nation. Happy Mickey Ficky Thursday. And we got some more news to give to y'all, man. The Raiders dropped the bomb and it went booyah. Yes, again, once again, the Raiders drop another bomb. And it kind of has like Raider Nation in a frenzy. You know what I mean? Some people applauded the fact that AP got relieved of his duties. And to follow that up, we believe Tomtelesco of his. Now you got the same people who applied AP gone, mad Telesco gone. But then you got some that's glad AP gone and glad Telesco gone. And then you got some that's mad AP gone and happy to. See, that's the beauty of the nation. We are not like any other. They are not like us. Welcome to the Lunatik Raider Show, man, and we got a lot to discuss. I'm also going to lay out another breakdown of Ben Johnson. One person who has been asked, or that the Raiders asked permission for to talk to, which was granted, and they will be doing an interview, I think, Friday. Today, this morning, they were doing, I think Ben Johnson was interviewing with the New England Patriots. But if he gets out that building, even if he's not in the building, whether it's done over the internet or it's done in person, if he makes it through that and not have anything written in stone, fair play. You feel me? So we'll see how that direction goes, but we'll do a breakdown of his coaching history, what he brings to the table as a potential candidate to be the head coach of our Las Vegas Raiders. Once again, just to reiterate, Tomtelesco has been let go by the Raiders organization. Now we need a new GM. I have a idea. Not idea. I ain't gonna say idea of what they're gonna do, but I have a name that they should go ahead and look into that. But first, let's get to the world's most dangerous chat. Shout out to everybody out there that's in Raiderland. Yes, those on Instagram, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Shout out to everybody on Twitch, as well as X, and of course, YouTube. Shout out to the world's most dangerous. Let's get into it, man. We got Robert P in the building, man. Salute to my brother. Happy afternoon. Happy Thursday, really, you know what I mean? Grand Cam in the building, man. What it is, what it was, and what it always shall be. Raiders finish. Hey, Lunatic, what's up? I don't like ugly. Hey, he sure the fuck don't. That's why I need to wear a mask. I ain't got no mask, but yeah, I gotta cover up my ugly, because you know what I mean? Sometimes I scare the shit out of kids. I'm the boogeyman. Fuck Kendrick. Nah, I ain't gonna say fuck. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar, because they are not like us. Raiders stand alone. We all know this. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Be Al in the building, man. What it do, my brother. Tops to you, man. Good to have you here. The Raider in the building. Yes, indeed. Salute, Loon. Today was a good day. Hey, bro. Hey, this is what you call a recalibration. Recalibration. It's kind of like when your computer might freeze up. You know what I mean? Shit ain't working on either one. If you got multiple monitors or whatnot, and it freezes up, what do? Reset. Restart. You know what I mean? All that good shit, bro. Hey, you just gotta flush it out. You gotta flush it out, bro. It is what it is. Yeah, Telesco did good on 3 out of 7 picks. 3 out of 7, and we applied in this man like he did wonders. You know what I mean? 3 out of 7, bruh. Look, y'all was mad because AP only won 4 games. You know what I mean? And Telesco only brought us in 3 top-notch quality starters in a 7-round draft. Bruh. Yeah, and they look, here's the thing of it though. Mark Davis probably like, well, look, this motherfucker got 3 out of 7. This year we got 10 picks. Oh, hell no. They about to fumble majority of this draft away down the drain. You know what I mean? Just for 3 or 4 good hits out of 10? Hell no. That's not the batting average I want. You feel me? Shout out to everybody. Raider Doom, my dude. Where you feeling, bro? I hope all is well with you, man, for real. Billy Davis in the building. Yes, man, we in here live and direct, baby. Feel me? Let me see. Let me keep going. Hey, you know what? That's a good one, Fear. That's a name that I overlooked. Maybe now it's time for Champ Kelly. I don't know. Because this is the thing that's kind of crazy to me. You fire AP. You wait till today to do Telesco. So this must be telling me, and it's the same fashion as the way they got rid of AP. You let AP have a press conference, you know what I mean, not knowing what's going on. I don't think they had an idea. They had an idea, but I don't think they were full go on letting AP go. So what I think would happen, because I also heard after the press conference AP had, the whole team had their little powwow. I think it's including AP, because I heard Mark Davis talk to him that evening. And they just came to a conclusion that, you know what I mean, we're just going to let you go, and we're going to, hopefully, this is what I'm thinking. I'm hoping that they go the right route. Remember, here's another thing. People getting mad at this situation here. Don't get mad, because they might have. That's why I said let AP get another year to see if he worked out his mistakes. I think the Raiders possibly could have worked out their mistake. What do you mean by that, Lunatic? Let me tell you. Glad you asked. Remember how we always complain that we hire out of order? Hire the head coach who brought in the GM, John Gruden. You know what I mean? Or you hire the head coach and then got a separate GM and try to mesh that. Didn't work with AP and Telesco. Because you remember, they did bump heads in the draft room. That's one thing that came out there. AP went to trade, throw everything on the table and go get Jaden Daniels. Didn't work. He went to have what's name as offensive coordinator. They wouldn't give him 3 years. They only offered him 2. There's a lot of things that they bumped their head on. And I knew, see, everybody thought AP made all the decisions. No, let's rewind. I can prove he didn't make all the decisions, because he said it himself. Remember when Jack Jones got released from the New England Patriots? What did AP say? He had to what? And he was the head coach at the time. He had to what? Bang the table for Jack Jones. He said he went there and they said, I don't think so. Remember, they told him, no, I don't think so, on Jack Jones. And then he finally said, well, look, give me Jack Jones and I'll put my coaching hire on the line. If he don't work out, I'll leave out the door with him. So that told me right there, he did not have the power to make all the decisions that everybody claimed he. Well, he's the head coach. Sometimes head coaches are on a string. We only gonna let you do so much. We gonna snatch your ass back if you do too much. So that should have let everybody know how they was doing. See, with a rookie head coach, you can't just let him do everything. That was a Tom Telesco okay. But Tom Telesco also was behind not wanting to move up, not wanting to give the third year, you know what I mean? Not wanting to give Josh Jacobs his due, not wanting to keep Amik Robinson, and these guys are all balling elsewhere. That's what it is. Not wanting to trade Devontae Adams when his market was first round pick status. But you know, it is what it is. So I think they might finally understand, let's get our GM and let him help us with coaching hire, I think. Because if they had their eyes set on the guy, they would have been had him. We're Thursday already, y'all. Black Monday was days ago. So you could have, you know what I mean? You could have did your in-house interviews. We know the Rooney Rule is bullshit. People just accommodate minority candidates just to, you know what I mean, sue the Rooney Rule. You know what that is, unless they have intent to really hire a minority as head coach. We know how that might go. But maybe they sat down and had their little power again and said, look, all these coaches that maybe they're interviewing might not mesh well with Telesco. Telesco's not great at hiring coaches. Let's say that shit. So they didn't want him in on the coaching hire because his opinion, we know how that looked with the Chargers. The Chargers got the same roster without this past draft. Telesco made that roster. And all it took was a new coaching staff to get them into the playoffs. Go figure. Go figure. That's the same. That roster is the same roster that Telesco built with his tenure there. The only difference is the head coach. Oh yeah, and they got rid of Telesco and brought in another GM. And look, it wasn't the players on that team. We know how loaded the Chargers was. Injury prone was what they, bruh. Even the lightning bolt on their helmet was fractured. That's how much injury prone they were. They had a fractured bolt on their helmet. And all of a sudden, 1 year with just the front office being changed, injuries were down to a minimum. They make the playoffs, push the Chiefs for the division. That's why I tell you, sometimes you just got to pay attention to the right things and make the right choice. So hopefully they might look at it like, you know what, let's do this. If we're going to do this the right way, let's do this the right way. I'm just guessing. I'm not knowing that's what. Maybe they'll hire a coach before a GM. But there's always hope. Anyway, let's get back to it, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. We got Sacktown Raider Mike in the building. Salute to my dude, man. Hope all is well. Prayers still going up for moms, man. Believe that. Believe that. Let me see what else we got up in here. Oh, we got Raider Paul with the Raiders. Y'all gonna make me lose my voice. I already lost it once. I'm gonna lose it twice. You feel me? Let me see what else. We got everybody up in this VIA train. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm running down the line. J-Dog in the building. We got J-Dog. Nah, Ben Johnson ain't gonna be GM. Ben Johnson being interviewed as head coach, but we're gonna break down his coaching career, his path of where he started and where he is. What makes him a great candidate, even though he's a rookie head coach, but he comes off. See, a lot of people might think it's a bad thing that he came off the Joe Philbin tree, but Joe Philbin, every stop he made as at least an offensive coordinator, had every offense in the top 10. Top 10. In Miami is where Ben Johnson and Joe Philbin brought Ben Johnson on to his coaching staff in Miami for the years that Philbin was there. And let me give you a tidbit on him. With that being said, even though Philbin only was like 2 games off of hitting 500 win-loss record in Miami, while there, he brought that offense. I think that offense was ranked 29th, something like, I can't remember. He brought that offense all the way up to number 11 with 3 of the statisticals on offense in the top 5. Facts. So, Miami had so much respect for Ben Johnson. Check this out. When they fired Joe Philbin, because Joe Philbin got fired, and he went back to take a offensive coordinator job with the Green Bay Packers, Miami decided to keep Ben Johnson. See, usually when you get rid of the coach, the staff goes right behind him. A couple might stay behind, but Ben Johnson was one of the ones that Miami kept while the rest of the coaching staff left. And Joe Philbin left. Yep, Joe Philbin left and Ben Johnson stayed behind. So how much respect they have. If you're doing your damn job, they're gonna fuck with you, and that's what happened. You know what I mean? But we're gonna get into all that. Let me see who else we got up in the building. We got Raiders sneaking in the building. Hey, y'all, looks like we might get Ben Johnson. That's what I'm hearing. I'm glad I'm breaking them down. This, you know what I mean? But we'll see though, because there's other names that's been added. There's other names that's been added to the list of potential candidates to be head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Pay attention. You know what I mean? And some good names though. Don't. Pete Carroll, I know he's a little up in age, but we cannot deny what he did for that Seattle organization. You know what I mean? The implementation of fucking one of the greatest defenses to ever play in the Northwest. The Legion of Boom was under his watch. Marshawn Lynch, beast mode. You know what I mean? They had a squad. Wilson, they did go to 2 Super Bowls. They won one, lost the other, but the second one, Opa. Wilson for the interception when they should have ran beast mode. Simple solution. They could have had 2 Super Bowls under their belt. You know what I mean? But it didn't happen that way. But we're going to get into Ben Johnson in just one moment. We'll give everybody their due. Give everybody of the nation get their flowers here on Raiders of Legion. That's for damn sure. Let's go. Let me see who else. Let me see if y'all got any shit for me. All right. Let me see. Hopefully, we'll see what Champ Kelly is still in the building. So you figure that possibly could happen, and he might be one of the ones who have not just knowledge, but have a say in the head coaching hire. See, we got to pay attention to that. Maybe they're doing it the right way. Have your GM locked in. Now we go get our coach with the help of the GM. Does Champ Kelly have all the answers for hiring a head coach? Probably not. Probably never done it before. But it's not just him. It's a collective that's going to make this decision. But at least he gets to be in on the decision. That's the key. It's still the GM having a say. So we'll see if Champ Kelly becomes the GM of the Raiders officially. I know he's assistant GM because why Tomtelesco gone and he not? Gotta look at that shit, man. So we'll see. Maybe Ben Johnson is gonna be the dude. Maybe it's gonna be the dude. Maybe you keep your GM. And Champ Kelly will be a rookie GM officially with a rookie head coach in Ben Johnson, which that's what Mark Davis said he wanted to stir away from earlier, but it didn't work going that route. So maybe you grow your coach and your GM together and let them develop a natural relationship and let them get on the same page and knock this shit out the park. I think Champ Kelly is damn good with assessing talent. I think Ben Johnson, from what everybody says within the league, is a very bright now type of guy for head coaching. You know, everybody said, well, do you have any young guys that has that now factor, like he's the next in line? Ben Johnson, look where he comes from. Detroit is not no trash ass team. This is a team that has seen bad luck all their existence. Had great players, but can never do anything with them, from Barry Sanders to Megatron. You know, Herman Moore. You know what I mean? The list goes on. They done made a lot of mistakes in the draft as well. But now it's our turn. I believe everything does not stay the same. There's always change. The one thing that remains the same is change. There will always be change. So hopefully this is the change for the good. Because we're already, as one nation, man, we all ready for us to get back on top and do what it is that we were known to do from day one. All this little bumps in the road and dead ends with coaches and GMs and players and draft picks, that's the halt. And I'm kind of glad that Tom Brady, because he's been around and been in the league for years. So he's seen it. And I'm pretty sure he done had multiple conversations with Robert Kraft, multiple conversations with Mark Davis. Just, you know what I mean? Just to see the landscape of what it is to be behind the curtain and not on the field as the starting quarterback. Same with Seymour. I heard Seymour was a very bright individual. Shout out to Richard Seymour, man, for real. Yes. So there's a lot of things that's positive that can come out of this. Hopefully it does. We'll see when time will tell. Time will always tell. All right, let me make sure I got everybody. We're going to get into this content, man. Just give me 1 second. Y'all are acting for real. Navy vet, salute my brother. Tops to you. Do I got everything on here? Raider Twan, what it is? But Twan is just like we don't know if Ben Johnson is not the answer. We don't know. I mean, right now he's the hot name going, but who is the answer? Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick, Aaron Glenn. I mean, you have some that's came and went, and then you have others that's up and rising individuals as well. With the up and comings, I don't think their name is ringing like a Ben Johnson is. And Ben Johnson, like I said, it's not like he's brand new. Like I said, we got someone, and I don't think he's been released either as far as Joe Philbin goes. You know what I mean? If Ben Johnson does come in, does he make Joe Philbin his offensive coordinator? Because like I said, Joe Philbin has never failed as an offensive coordinator. Head coach, he broke even with Miami. But even then, as head coach with Miami, he brought that offense all the way from the depths of hell to number 11 overall in the league with Tannehill. Tannehill, bro. When we say Tannehill, that's not the same as Montana. That's not the same as Patrick dumbass. That's not the same as, you know what I mean? He's not an elite name. He's a good quarterback, but he's not elite. He's not a Tom Brady. He's not elite. But yet, Philbin somehow rose that offense from the ashes to be one of the tops in the league. And was ranked that way through all his tenure in Miami. First time with Green Bay, same thing. Top 5. Offense. Left Green Bay. Went to Miami. Did a circle around, came back, went to Green Bay, and brought that offense back up to top 5 again. So Joe Philbin knows his offense. Maybe that might, if Ben Johnson gets the job, let's just say, I'm not saying for shits and giggles, he gets the job. That might be somebody he looks at and be like, I want to retain him and make him my offensive coordinator. You know what I mean? Now the Turners, Norv Turner and Scott Turner. Rumors are that Belichick wants to bring them to North Carolina. Well, it's kind of North Carolina, boy. I tell you, North Carolina is a key point because Ben Johnson has a pedigree with North Carolina as well. That's who told Ben Johnson to start coaching, was the coach at North Carolina when he was there. But hey, let me digress. We're gonna go ahead and let's get into this shit, bro. Let's get into this. So I got down the whole Ben Johnson coaching path that he took in his career, man. Let me shut my ass up. We're gonna get into it. Let me turn off this music, real background music, and lo and behold, y'all, this is Mr. Ben Johnson. Enjoy.
Johnson was born on May 11, 1986 in Charleston, South Carolina. He attended and played quarterback at A.C. Reynolds High School in Asheville, North Carolina, where he helped lead the team to a North Carolina 4A state championship as a junior and was named Conference Player of the Year as a senior. He graduated in the top 5 of his high school class. Johnson was a walk-on for the Tar Heels at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill in 2004, where he competed as a reserve quarterback behind T.J. Yates before graduating in 2008 with degrees in mathematics and computer science. Inspired to get into coaching by his offensive coordinator at UNC, John Shoup, Johnson was hired as a graduate assistant for the Boston College Eagles in 2009. He was promoted to tight ends coach in 2011. Johnson was hired as an offensive assistant for the Miami Dolphins in February 2012. He was promoted to assistant quarterbacks coach in 2013 and was promoted to tight ends coach in 2015 under interim coach Dan Campbell after head coach Joe Philbin was fired following a 1-3 start. Johnson was retained by Adam Gase and named assistant wide receivers coach in 2017 and was promoted to wide receivers coach the following season. Johnson was hired as an offensive quality control coach for the Detroit Lions in 2019. He was promoted to tight ends coach in 2020 and was retained after Dan Campbell was named head coach in 2021, following the firing of Matt Patricia. The same season, he would be promoted to pass game coordinator after Anthony Lynn was stripped of play-calling duties following an 0-8 start. Johnson was promoted again to offensive coordinator in February 2022, receiving head coaching interest by the end of the season after leading the Lions to a top 5 offense with 8 games over 30 points, a single-season franchise record. He remained in Detroit for the 2023 season, despite being heavily pursued by the Carolina Panthers, in which the team finished 3rd in total offense, won the division for the first time since 1993, and won a playoff game for the first time since 1991. The Lions would later defeat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and would advance to the 2023 NFC Championship game, but ultimately lost to the San Francisco 49ers. In both the NFC divisional round against the Bucs and the NFC Championship against the 49ers, Johnson's offense put up over 30 points and over 100 rushing yards. On January 30th, 2024, Johnson announced he would be returning to the Lions despite being considered a prime head coaching candidate for both the Washington Commanders and Seattle Seahawks. During the 2024 season, Johnson called the league's top-ranked offense, 33.2 PPG, and set multiple records, including the most 40-point games without any turnovers, 5, and achieving the highest PPG in franchise history. The Lions had 6 games of 40-plus points and became the second team in NFL history to produce 4 different players with 1,000 scrimmage yards, and the first to do it with 2 wide receivers and 2 running backs.
And there it is. The one thing that plagues the Raiders is our lackluster offense. Just imagine this. See, people saying Ben Johnson ain't the answer. Why not? We know he's not going to coach the defense. He got the defensive players there as long as they stay healthy. But just imagine this kid's mindset with offense. 33 points a game, bruh. How many points did we average per game this year? You feel me? You would have at his disposal, he would have Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker. We can go in the draft and either get a wide receiver. Maybe you go T. Higgins. Maybe you draft McCollum out of Arizona. Maybe you go get Genty to be one of the running backs for a guy that runs an offense with a 2-back system. I'm just saying. Offensive line damn near done. You get a couple of guards in there, that line is solidified with JPJ and Glaze and Colton Miller. You figure out who plays your left and your right guard positions on that offensive line, and you get your quarterback. Bruh, I'm just imagining what Ben Johnson can do with an offense with weapons already here at his disposal. And he's a rookie head coach. He does not give the okay on everything. And if they do keep Champ Kelly in the front office at GM and make him full-time hire, that's a nice little combination of these guys to groom each other, to groom with each other, not to groom each other. I could just picture them both combing each other hair and shit and shaving. No, stop. No Diddy. Not grooming each other to be groomed with each other, but together. Build that chemistry. That's the one thing we lack. Always let the head coach come bring in the GM. Who the hell does that shit? Who does that? And I think right now, hopefully the way it looks, that they finally said, you know what, that's enough. We're going to keep Champ Kelly. Champ Kelly, you're going to be involved on the discussions on who the next head coach is going to be. That may be what's going on behind the curtain. I don't know. I'm not saying I heard anything. There's no rumors. This is what I would do running the team. Let Champ Kelly get his turn now. Because the only reason why Champ Kelly got skipped last year is because he would have been a rookie GM. They went with a veteran GM in Tomtelesco, and obviously, from whatever reasons, they looked at that and said, it did not work. Let's try a different way. And that's one thing I can't be mad at Mark Davis, because he's trying different shit. Trying different shit. And he's going to unlock it. He will, because he's not stubborn. I don't know. I don't want that. No. He's getting all the information around him, and that's why you hire the people that you hire. Every boss that owns something does not have to be hands-on. That's called micromanaging, and employees hate that. Trust in your employees to get the job done. If they can't, get them out of here and get somebody who can. Football is no different than any other business. You got a product you got to build, and it got to be built by the right employees. And he's trying to do that shit. He said, well, I don't know football, but I know who does. Tom Brady, Seymour. Two of the most intellectual guys at their positions in football. People might look at Seymour and just think he's a big old, big old ogre. No, he's a very intellectual, I ain't gonna say young man because he's up there now, a very intellectual man. Who can digest and observe and analyze the shit in front of him. I know he's just a minority owner, but he's a minority owner that comes from the defensive side of the ball. Tom Brady is the minority owner that comes from the offensive side of the ball. Kind of wonder why he got an offensive defensive mind up in there, don't you? That's the purpose right there. That's the purpose. So we'll see though. I'm just throwing out guesses as far as what could be going on and what should be going on. But Ben Johnson, I would not be mad at that fact. Listening to his extensive career, him constantly, and that's and see, I can relate to that. Every job I ever had, I started from the bottom, and now I'm here. You know what I mean? Like every job, I started from entry and worked myself up to management, worked myself up to being supervisor or working in operations, and that's coming from a motherfucker with a GED. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Because some people just refuse to lose. That's the same way you guys love AOC. Why y'all love AOC the same way from the way he came up in Purdue, fighting, scratching, eighth on the totem pole, and you know what I mean, to make himself the starter, and odds is against him. And I appreciate anybody that starts from the bottom and works their way up. Ain't nothing worse than a motherfucker that inherits something that never earned it and was just given to him. But somebody that just worked at everything he did, getting promoted. Bam! Now it's your turn. Let's see what you can do. But the same way I wouldn't mind giving Ben Johnson an opportunity in more than a year. I know some of these fans out here, AP going after 1 year, oh, perfect. Because I could easily say if Ben Johnson only wins 3 games next year, off with his head. No, I believe he should get the same opportunity that I thought that AP should have got. 1 more year to compare to his first year, to show that he learned. Did he learn from his mistakes? But a lot of y'all know. I wanted him out there before he could even prove that. So if the same thing happens to Ben Johnson, what's to say if they fire him after 1 year, that all y'all that wants Ben Johnson and he gets fired because of a 3-win season, I don't want to hear shit from him. I don't want to hear no boo-hoo, crying in the car type bullshit. But I'm going to say, hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? Right? Same ones that happy AP gone and mad because Tomtelesco got fired. Same thing. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Now you better swallow that pill. That's the one you pick the blue pill. Swallow that shit. Yeah, because I'm going to be on your helmets after the season. That's where it goes. But I believe in, if Ben Johnson is the guy, he deserves the opportunity to learn from his mistakes. Period. Now, that being said, I'm going to get my light-skinned ass up out of here. I got 1 more night to put in at the work. But guess what? Tomorrow, Friday, y'all going to see more of me. Oh, you going to see some more of me. Tomorrow, we're going to break. Who shall we break down tomorrow? Let's do Aaron Glenn. I want to get the defensive aspect of what Detroit Lions have been putting out there this year. My guess was, I picked Detroit Lions and Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl. Let's see if that happens. I think that'll be a damn good game. So with that being said, man, you guys have a beautiful, beautiful Thursday, man. Please be safe out there in the world, man, because you know it's crazy. A lot of shit's going on. But hey, the people out there in California going through these fires, man, and those winds, man, my prayers are out to you. I hope you guys make it through. And like I say, any loss that you may have, whether it's personal or materialistic, man, just know that if you're part of the nation, man, not just, you don't even have to be a Raider fan. Any fan out there that's going through this shit, man, I hope y'all make it through. Y'all stick together and be strong, man. And hopefully there's better days for y'all, man. For real, for real. I'm Lunatik Raider. I'm half of Kid and Play. The dark-skinned dude, I don't know where he at. No, Kid and Play. No, the rap group. Remember they had the high top house party? Yeah, them. I do not look like the light skin. Shut up, fool. But anyway, they like, who are you talking to? I don't even know, but somebody was back there talking about I look like Kid. You can get this, you can get this KID backwards. Now let me quit. So without further delay, man, y'all already know, like I say, man. Hey, please subscribe, like, and share. We're almost at 2 racks. I know I've been bullshitting on that one, but we not gonna bullshit no more. All season, we about to knock this Mickey Ficky out the park. You feel me? You mess with me, you messing with the whole family. Raider Nation, stand up. I'm out this. B-I-H. Ha-ha.